Hey guys, and welcome to another video. As you can see, today is Python again. Today I'm going to be talking about, today's not going to be a big video, it's just going to be about math functions. I know I'm going to run two, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff about math in Python. So yeah, let's just get on with the video. So what math in Python, like how it works is we are, I'm guessing most familiar with the term PEMDAS, or some people know it as GEMDAS. The only real difference is the P stands for parentheses and the G stands for grouping symbols. The rest is the E stands for exponents, M and D stand for multiplication or division, and then the AS stands for addition or subtraction. So the reason why I'm saying or is because it's gonna go from left to right. This is pretty basic stuff. We should, if you don't, it's fine. I mean, it's easy to forget. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do a print function, and I'm just gonna do a like an example of this. So guys, what do you think the answer will be? Pause the video. I mean, it's not gonna take that long. Try to guess this. So hoping you're back. The answer to this: 6 plus 5 times 3. What is the answer? So the answer is 21. So when I print this, or run the code, the compiler should say 21, or we should get an output code of 21. So yeah, that's the output code. I mean, it's just pretty straightforward. PEMDAS. If you haven't learned it, look out for some future videos on Get the Idea Academy for math videos about PEMDAS and GEMDAS. You guys might also remember this as "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." So that's one thing. So, but you guys might be wondering now, how do we do exponents and how do we calculate the remainder? I mean, I just used this example because I'm about to show you that. So the way you use exponents is just random print let's just say 5 to the. So since multiplication is an asterisk, oh, forgot to mention this. I mean, I was hoping basic symbols are plus, minus, asterisk multiplication, and slash is division. Pretty basic if we do a lot of math online. Yeah. So double asterisks or two multiplication symbols indicate it's gonna raise to the power of 3. Let's just say 3. So we should see 125, and we see 125. So what's going on here? So when we usually write math in like some typing thing and we want to let them know it's that, we usually indicate that using shift 6. So that's so what this is basically representing, what shift 6 is, it's the double asterisk. So it's basically the same thing, except you're replacing this shift 6 with the double asterisk. I don't know what this is called. Yeah. So yeah, you're basically replacing it with these double asterisks right here. So yeah, that's how it works. This is 5 raised to the power of sorry, like the asterisks might be like a lot of words. 3. So yeah, that's the that's exponents. So say, okay, so this function, you guys might not see any use for it right now, but later on it is gonna get like pretty useful, trust me. So what it is, it calculates the remainder. So say 13 divided by 6, what is the remainder? So it's the percent symbol, or you might use shift 5, that's how you do it. So 13 divided by, but remainder of or remainders of divided by 6. I don't know if that made any sense, but so what this function or percent what the percent symbol does, it divides 13 by 6. So so 6 times 2 is 12, and if we calculate the remainder, it's going to be 1. So if we run this, we should see 1 in our output code. And yeah, we see 1. So I mean, that's just that's how you calculate remainder. The reason why this is useful is later on, if when practicing some stuff like you could use it for odd and even, like if you want to figure out which is those, prime and composite. So yeah, it's just basic stuff like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys an exercise, and it's not using math. It's from the last video when I introduced formatted strings and all that. So so I want you guys to get an input from the user. So say their name, So I want you guys to get their name and their favorite sport. And yeah, or yeah. So that's and I want you guys to make the sentence the name likes whatever sport they enter. So pause the video right now and uh I'll give you guys some time to figure it out. So now you should be back by now. So now that you're back, so I'm gonna show you guys how to code this. So how you do it is first, of course, we start with an input. So remember, you guys want to keep your variables appropriate to what it's saying, and it's gonna store the answer from the user as the variable name. So that's one thing to remember. So input, what is? Sorry, I'm trying to type too fast. What is your name? And to make your code, like whenever you're using it, try to add some spaces or backslash n. Remember, we know what this does. Backslash n makes the user's answer go to the next line, but I'm just going to add space. I like it better. But if you like backslash n, use that. And then we get their favorite. So that's going to be equal to input of what is your favorite sport. I don't know. I hope I spelled. Okay, yeah, I did spell that right. So yeah. So it's gonna ask you what's your favorite sport, and so guys, one thing you might notice is that when I'm entering in my variables, I'm adding these little spaces here. I've mentioned in the last video. I don't know if I'm mentioning this again, but I've mentioned that whenever you say you have a troubleshoot, so say you forgot the parentheses or I don't know, like, yeah, say you forgot a little quotation mark right here, okay? So this double quotation mark. I mean, even though PyCharm does highlight it, if you're using something else that doesn't do it, you're gonna have to scan through your code. And if it's all smushed up like this, do you think it'd be fun to read this when it's like, so it's kind of like reading a book. So there are spaces in it, so just gonna do that real just need to mention that in case that's on your mind. So and the last part is so there are two ways we could do this. So if we're using a I'm gonna start using a formatted string because those are like really helpful. For formatted strings, I mean, I like to add spaces, even though it looks a little weird. I mean, it's gonna help me in the long run. So likes the sport or likes like I'm just gonna make a little straightforward and then sport. So what I've done here is name likes the sport. So yeah, so that's one way you could do it. Let's just run it. So let's just do Kashish. Oh, I'm just gonna say soccer. Oh, okay, I typed it wrong. Kashish likes to sport soccer. Sorry, typed it wrong. Another way you can do this last one is, oh, okay, my cursor is going to name, like the sport, comma, uh, let's just enter this. Oh, sorry, I forgot. So one more thing, if you do click inside the like thing, it's always gonna direct you back to the end because she's soccer. Because she's like sports soccer. So yeah, so that's one thing. So yeah, let's review what we've covered today. So we've learned that Python uses PEMDAS and GEMDAS. So you guys need to watch out if you're ever using something. And two asterisks mean to the power of, and percent means what is the remainder when you divide the two numbers given, and the answer to the exercise. So yeah, so this should be a little useful later on. Stay tuned for next week 0.4, where I will be teaching like a very interesting topic, and this is where the next topic is if, elif, and else. So this is where this is where it gets pretty fun, really fun. So this is where you can start coding a lot of things, because a lot of things that I use deal with if, elifs, and else. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if I went a little too fast or did anything wrong, please let me know in the comments below. Please do. It means a lot to me. And like and subscribe. Thank you.